Hi guys, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and good morning, everybody out there in the world. I know there's a lot of you out there, and we had last night a blockbuster show. It lasted over 5 hours. I got my much needed rest, and of course, I put my ears back on today. And of course, we're gonna just try to carry on where we left off last night. It was a great show, though. It was just new people came in, new subscribers, new people to talk to everybody. And hopefully this morning we'll have some more of them here again. If you were last night, you want to be here this morning. I did let them know that I was going to be on at 10 a.m. I know we start about 5 minutes early, but that's okay because we all know it takes people to get bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and come up. Have the first cup of coffee or the first cup of tea and get started. I didn't even get a chance to make my tea yet. I just made a bowl of cereal and got over here. So I will make some tea later. So let's see. I see. We don't do phones in the morning show. Again, I reminded you that the morning show we don't have phones. Because this is kind of more like informal, kind of like coffee class kind of thing where we talk and cover the news and events. Very simple, like low impact aerobics. Yeah, just like low impact aerobics, okay? Hurt is bad in your joints when you're done with my routine in the morning. At nighttime, Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time is more high impact. So you tend to have the phones, you have the intros, you have the outros, you have the panels. But morning show is just kind of informal get together. I already said we're not doing phones. No. Because some people like the morning show because it's a different feel. We don't even have it. Like I said, we don't even have an intro. We don't have outro. We don't have anything. It's just basically me, the webcam, and that's it. That's all we do. Look, I think you need a timeout. Now you're spamming me. And that's not fair. Would you like to be seen the other side of a dial tone real fast, honey? Take a nap. Take a Thorazine. I don't need to have you keep spamming my channel to keep telling me the same statements, constant line over and over again. Really, you don't need that. Okay. So anyway, we got a sudden surprise visitors. It came in about 8:45. And I was like, all of a sudden we saw all these new people coming in. Pop, stop. Skynet, stop disliking the show. Please. I don't know what it is that got you so upset about the morning show. It's not the night show. We still do the night show like you like. We still do that night show. That hasn't changed. All we do is the morning show is a completely different flow. And, everybody likes different things. Some people like fancy, pomp and circumstance, major explosions of, content. And other people like it show when it's more easygoing, relaxed. And that's what I want to do. I want to have a show that meets both, but two different shows. All right, fine. Go charge your phone, please. I will call you after this show is over on Discord. Unless you drop me out of your Discord life too, because I don't have your personal number. So the main thing is we had so many people in the show last night. It was amazing. We had like a whole my channel got recommended by another channel, which brought a lot of new people in, and some of them really enjoyed the show a lot. The lady Mary was really nice. We had a great conversation last night. She's in California. She enjoyed the show. She enjoys what we cover. And that was great because one of the things is I think I'm like in the back alley at YouTube somewhere, not at the bottom of it, but more like a back alley or side street. I'm like this. My channel is not exactly a major mover, and so to see all of a sudden let's go for 20 people peak is a rarity, and it was a nice treat. But go for 5 hours was like really wow. No one expected that. So yeah. So I'm sure the people that or the regular morning crew will probably be here in a little bit. They tend to, it's because I started a little early. It's 10:01. A lot of them probably just got the notifications. Probably just woke up and they probably just getting some free time. Oh, so ridiculous. You get the phones at the night show. You get the phones at the night show. The 7 o'clock show is when we have the phones and the pomp, the circumstance, and the panels. But the morning show is a little simpler because it's basically me in front of a webcam. When my crew is on here at the morning shows now. But that's good in a way, I guess. It's good, but oh my god. Yeah, 7 minutes, 44 seconds. Already you can see where this channel's gonna go, or this show's gonna go. Yeah, to the dogs. All right, well, why don't we try to get some serious world topics on the air first of all. Number one, Alaska has clearly has voted for Trump. There's only 3 electoral college votes though, so not going to be enough, Mr. Trump. You're going to need a whole new re-election if you're going to seriously win it. If you're going to, you need to basically have a whole new election start over because, like I said, the ballots are contaminated with dead people. You have a problem with dead people voting in elections. It happens every single year. The mail-in ballots this year seriously changed everything. People are going to need to re-vote in the election. I mean, I know some people are going to be squawking like a mad hen here. Well, what do you mean we have to start over? Because if we don't, you're going to be having contaminated ballots. You can't just do a recount. Recount isn't going to be enough. A recount is 2 minutes to how you doing, Carrie? It's the other person, Michelle. Oh, it's one of the other accounts. Well, wait, I see one person that's legitimate. So, hello, how you doing? Another one. You gotta stop sharing this links to Discord. You just keep. They watch the Discord and then yeah. But then again, I put them up on Facebook and Twitter too, and so people see the shows. You know, it's. I mean, I gotta grow my channel sometime. You know. So anyway, is the Trump campaign going to do that? I don't know. I think. Trust me. You guys, remember, you guys hit the 7 o'clock show at night, and Monday through Saturday. You guys are on every night. And where the hell have you been for the last few weeks? If some of you guys I'm talking about I know Skynet has been around, and Sprinkle Cat's been around. But what about the rest of you guys? What about the rest of you guys? I really don't know, because everything in YouTube is so dynamic. By the way, speaking of dynamic nature, YouTube, Multimedia J is pointed out on the abuse of people with skippable ads. I'm talking about the advertisers. Like, I remember this in the past when I was just starting out and I had AdSense and monetization on my channel. Holy crap, did we get it? I got an ad for a retirement commercial. It was a friggin' infomercial. It was an infomercial. I mean, I don't understand how they did that, but they actually wasn't even a skippable ad. Wait a minute, that's right. Was not a skippable ad. There was an infomercial for a retirement community that was over 20 minutes long, basically telling me how I should sign. I think it was the Villages. I'm like, what? That was back around 2014, I think it was. I was like, why are you putting up 15-minute advertisement and an unskippable ad? It's like, oh, some people say that it's unskippable ads pay better. You put a 15-minute ad in a stream, you're going to see a lot of ad blockers. Okay, because no one's going to want to sit there through a 15-minute advertisement. But I do. Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, and this thing is kind of silly about the content creators that work hard and then they get sideswiped with a 15-minute long advertisement at the time. It was the longest one I ever saw for unskippable. And the thing is, what YouTube's policies now is they automatically insert ad breaks every 8 minutes. But the content creators don't know when their ad breaks are going to be, because they don't. I mean, if they could say when they're making the videos, okay, for a 30-minute show, 3 ad breaks. One in the beginning, one in the end, and one in the middle. And that means that 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, then 30 minutes. And then they can do a lead in and say, and now an ad from our sponsor. And then that automatically would run the ad. Frank James did that. It worked fine for him. I mean, they obviously listened to when he wanted to put his ad in. But for many YouTubers, there's got to be a way to do a fade to black like you do on TV between the ad and the content. So the jump cut. Jump cuts are like crazy. I mean, I can be saying one thing else, and sometimes it's kind of funny when it works out. If I was to say something like, "I have a headache," all of a sudden you jump to Excedrin, PM pills, right? Wait, that's kind of cute, right? I say I got a headache, all of a sudden the commercial for Excedrin PM comes up. It's kind of strange, because it's, in some cases, if you do it right, you can actually use it to make some serious content. But if you don't, or if you don't expect to have an advertisement show up right when you're in the middle of another topic, then it can be very jarring. But Oh well, and it's just the way it works, I guess. I don't go, and I do not personally care right now how many dislikes I got. I mean, come on, give me a break, guys. You know, stop being pests. I know you love the phones. Everybody loves the phones, except for people who are just waking up and haven't even had their first cup of coffee in the morning, and you're sitting there saying, I want to do phone calls. I just got up at 9 in the morning. I just got my ears on. I just got myself a bowl of Cocoa Pebbles, and then I basically sit down here, and automatically everybody wants me to do a full pomp and circumstance show with all the phone calls and all the stuff like that. That's not going to happen at this time in the morning. No, I need my time to get my head together. Because this is my time where I can have a sort of off, kind of light content so that people can actually get up and enjoy their coffee or their bagel and lox or cream cheese, or whatever, and just enjoy the show before they go start their day and have to deal with the kids and the dog and the cat and all the chores and all the housework. They can kind of go, okay, now I get a chance to have a nice light duty conversation with Michelle and not have to worry about phones ringing, prank calls going left and right. Where the hell were you guys last night? I mean, really, the phones were on all night at 7 o'clock show. Where the hell were you guys? You weren't there. So now you want to take my morning show over? No, I draw the line here. This show is my light show. This is like late. This is like low impact aerobics. We do not do phone calls at 10 in the morning because no one has warmed up. And if you try to do high impact aerobics in the morning without doing a proper warm up routine, you're gonna kill yourself. Don't sit there and go, I need the phones at 10 in the morning. There's different shows where people have said that on the morning show, they've said, we like the morning shows when it's low impact and it's low key. We can get ourselves organized for the day. And that is absolutely true. But you guys people who want the high impact can come onto the high impact show. We know what 7 o'clock's like. We know what to expect. We know when you get into the 7 o'clock show, you're going to be having phone calls. You're going to be having pomp. You're going to have circumstances. You're going to have soundboards. Absolutely. But in the morning show, it's not going to be like that. Because some people like this kind of content and some like the other kind of content, and that's fine. Give people a choice. Let them have both. Some will like the mornings. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the problem is that the morning shows do fine. The morning shows do fine when they do absolutely fine. But I mean, 747 subscribers don't say that, honey. No, 747 subscribers says this channel is doing quite the opposite. All we have is one show where it's light energy, low impact in the morning, and it's it. We don't need to always be high energy. Soon, someday, maybe Pop's right here. Maybe someday soon, maybe in January, we will hit 1,000 plus. And when we do, we're going to have a community tab. We're going to have the option to go with AdSense. We're going to have the option to go ahead and cover other content. You'll still have your phone calls. You'll still have your pop. You'll still have your circumstance. But the morning show is not going to be that time. All right. So next, what's today's plans? Today's plans? Yeah. We're gonna be doing I don't know. World of Warcraft afterwards at 12, and then try to get some personal music time in. Oh yeah, I got 2 music videos to upload on my Patreon page for those of you who don't know. I don't have time to look at your dislikes right now. I don't have time. We all know how it works with the dislike system around here, and we all know that what happens is that you guys, the ones that throwing the dislikes out, have all multiple accounts, and you're throwing all these dislikes out. And what's happening is YouTube at the same time knows who you are. They know your IP address. They know who you are. I mean, I know it gets confusing because of the way that it works with the virtual private networks such as Tunnel Bear, but honestly, look, the way I see it, all I'm going to tell you is right now, the way I see it, the show, we just want a morning show that everybody can get together and have a good time. So why don't we talk about other things? All right. First of all, the ears. People asked the question, which Michelle forgot to answer last night because she didn't see them until the replay. Do you sleep with them? We did sleep with the ears one night. And that was kind of interesting. It was like the first night I got the ears. The idea is I wanted to see how strong and how sturdy they were after I said they were good for activewear. And so what the adhesive I was using. So as a bear test, I didn't only sleep with them. I washed my hair and took a bath with them on. And they stayed put. And they were really, really quite strong. And even right now, I got them on right now. There's no glue. I just basically just stuck them on. And what happens, and that was really kind of fun because I woke up with the weirdest, most pleasant, most enjoyable dream I've ever had in my life. I really don't know how to explain it. Just to say, it was a great dream, helping out an Amish community at the same time, using my skills as a blood elf priestess to do healing and also able to help in other ways to find the missing caravan of wagons that happened to have been, we found out later on, it had broken down near a swamp. I thought it was a fun dream. How you doing, MJ? As you can see in the comments above you, some of the people keep clamoring for the phones in the morning show. Well, I told them they're not doing the phones in the morning show. Okay. So, like I said, it was a happy dream, and I enjoyed it a lot. And that was like the first night I got the ears and the glue together, and it was real fun. And then I thought it was really fun to take a bath with the ears on the same day. When I woke up, I took a bath the same day, and I can tell you right now that while I didn't have the ears fitted on exactly perfectly right, they were pretty damn tight, man. They stayed on. I was washing my hair, like I usually do every day or every time I take a bath, which is about once, twice a week. In the wintertime, it's usually about once a week. In the summertime, it'll be like three times a week, 4 times a week, depending on how hot, humid, and sticky it is. So, the glue is worth the money. The $8 for a 12-ounce or for a 1-ounce jar of Pros-Aid adhesive. It's a Food and Drug Administration approved, FDA approved medical prosthetic adhesive. So it's not something that some guy made out of his backyard laboratory in his basement. Call it glue. Rather, it was made in New Jersey and is made by a company that specializes in medical and theatrical application of adhesives for prosthetics. It doesn't necessarily peel off totally cleanly, because I'll be honest when I say this, because there's this stuff here. This stuff here, the company has a couple different sub brands, flavors of, including something called sensitive solution. They have a sensitive one for people that are sensitive to certain types of adhesive. I'm not. So this stuff is, like I said, really tough here. Let's see if I can find out the manufacturer here. It says, can't really read it. Shake well before using. Close up tightly after use. Keep out of reach of children. Do not swallow. Clean water too. And it says made in New Jersey. Made in USA. From proaids.com. It's worth the money. I think it's worth the money. Hi, Rachel. Rachel, how are you doing? As you can guess, some of the night show people want to be on the morning show, and they want to turn the morning show into a night show. The problem is, like I explained to them very succinctly, the morning show is a completely different genre, a completely different format than the night show. And it's going to stay that way. Well, what do I want to swallow glue? I can't really honestly think of where you would use it in medical applications for prosthetics. Does anybody know what they would use prosthetics for in medical applications? Because I'm kind of curious about that. What's the story with that? Medical applications and prosthetics. Maybe like, besides, breast forms. Breast forms would be one. What else? Maybe. Maybe synthetic nose replacements. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know what you would use it for in the medical field. But it definitely is. Maybe Rachel would know in what areas in prosthetics in the medical community, or what areas in prosthetics use an adhesive glue like this. Besides maybe on breast forms. Most breast forms, as far as I know, basically, you just put them in your bra. I don't think you necessarily have to glue them to your chest. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But $8 a bottle, you gotta make sure you damn well don't spill it. Well, it's not rated for that. It's designed for prosthetics. And like the only one I can think of is breast forms. But on the other, after you have a mastectomy, but that's about the only one I can think of. But unless there are other kind of prosthetics that doctors would get or prescribe for patients to stick to their body, I know it's used in another area of besides elf ears and theatrics, which I won't go too much into this. Which is, there are prosthetics that a male to female and a female to male transgender can stick on their body. It's just kind of funny to think about, really. But I found some of them. Well, I mean, we all know about strap-ons, right? I mean, like, for women or for female to male, you can get a strap-on pee-pee. And you can also get glue-on pee-pee as well. You can also get a glue-on vagina for female to or male to female transgenders as well. I actually have seen them both on Google. I don't really know how well that would work. I never tried it. Well, I never tried it, but I wonder how that would feel to actually to use Prozac to glue an artificial reproductive organ to your body, and then of course some of them you're designed that you can go ahead and still do your everyday life and pee and poo normally and everything. Like, I mean, I think that'd be interesting. I guess so. Right. If you don't want phones, don't turn them on. If you want them on, turn them on. Oh, they use a medical version of Crazy Glue for sealing up small wounds. It's of course the difference is it's FDA approved for that. So your standard everyday Crazy Glue isn't normally used for sealing up wounds, but there is a medical grade um, um, acrylic cyanate adhesive that is used for that purpose. There's a lot of them in the dental field too. There's like UV setting polymers that can be used to when UV light to like fix things in your teeth. It doesn't set until it's exposed by UVB or maybe UVC light. I think it's UVB, which will cause the adhesive to set rock hard. In the dental industry, you'll see that it's now being marketed for non-dental uses for fixing things around the home. But the problem with that is the light has to be able to get through the material. So trying to use that thing to glue, not as marketed as a pen, to glue handle on a coffee cup isn't going to work very well because the coffee cup is not going to adhere because the UVB light didn't get through to the cup. But it's really kind of interesting thing about that. I got my wrench and it's Friday the 13th and I'm not playing. Right. Anyway. That's why it is Friday the 13th this night. Usually Michelle's family, usually it's a good day. I don't know why. Usually Friday the 13th is usually a good day. Theatrics. Also look under look up prosthetics, medical prosthetics. Medical prosthetics. Like I said, there is available latex organs for transgender you can get, which I thought was kind of funny when he said them. My mom always said the same thing, Michelle. She was born on Friday the 13th. I don't know when my mother was born, but she always said Good Friday for our family is Bad Friday. That seems to be true. It seems like all the stuff that's supposed to happen on Good Friday in the Catholic Church, it's always been a Catholic disaster in the family. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's see. I am kind of curious. Okay, Google. So as Google doesn't have the banner on the top anymore. That's okay. glue on medical prosthetics. Uses of. All right, let's see what we can pull up here. All right, prosthetic glue. I know what the glue is. Used in medical grade silicones and prosthetics and pro medical. Okay, here we go. They're talking about the silicone ones. Which. All right, so from restoring mobility to re-enabling everyday tasks, prosthetics elevate a patient's quality of life, whether they take the form of artificial limbs or simpler, more cosmetic devices. Prosthesis place many demands on the materials used to make them. For instance, by nature, prosthetics must be in contact with or at least some part of the patient's body for prolonged periods. This in turn requires that those areas be prosthetic in contact with the patient be made of highly biocompatible material. Likewise, the liner section of the prosthetic limbs, which must fit against the residual limb, must be able to absorb the shock of regular use, including the dynamic forces of activities such as running. Silicones possess many of the properties which are needed for prosthetics. A vast selection is available. Duramers from soft to stiff, chemical inertness, biocompatibility, durability, the ability to bind to various types substrates, often without a primer, and with a wide variety useful temperature range. These are all reasons why liners for artificial limbs are commonly made from silicone. Okay, so and it talks about the market, who uses. It doesn't show much. It does show breast forms though, and it does show, and it talks about adhesives again. Yeah, all right. So it's probably like for cosmetic use, you can probably use like your they probably make elf ears or noses or something like that. They do, and you also mentioned the sexual organs. They do make those. Yeah. However, one thing is clear. I tried to find these ears in silicone. I couldn't find them in silicone. I ended up having to go with latex because I couldn't find silicone ears. I wanted to go with silicone ears because they're supposed to be more hypoallergenic. And unfortunately, I couldn't find silicone ears. Well, maybe you could. If you don't need them, I don't need them, but I don't wear the ears like 24 hours a day either. So I mean, I could. I did wear them one day for 24 hours straight, just to test the durability of them, and they held up fine. Absolutely held up fine. I think they was. I think these ears were a good investment. The bigger ears I want to buy in a couple of months are going to be even more interesting challenge to wear. So we'll see what happens with those. But the only thing is the ear color doesn't quite match my skin. It's a little off, but it's not too bad. It's not too garish, but it's a little off. Yeah. Last night we did really good on the show, by the way. I'm actually wasn't expecting to seeing so many people come in at the last minute. I was totally caught off guard by that. I was like, it was good though. It was a good crowd. I had no problem with the crowd. And so how many people are actually talking right now? Right now we have 2 on. Of course, the morning show doesn't necessarily have to be 2 hours long. Sometimes it can be less. So let's try to cover some news worthy topics real quick. Stimulus checks. One proposal was suggested to Joe Biden by his medical recommendations that we should shut the country down for 6 weeks, and recommended that every single person can get $1,200 per week, and that's $7,200 in 6 weeks. The only thing is it's a proposal. It's not a bill. It's not even in a bill form. Don't forget the original Emergency Money for the People Act that Kamala Harris originally came up with. Is that going to work? It would work. But Mitch McConnell is in charge of the Republic. Is still in charge of the Senate at this point, unless the Georgia runoff, the Republicans lose to Democrats. In that case, the score will be 50-50. And that means that the tiebreaker will be by Kamala Harris, who will basically make the decisions of how the Senate will vote. I thought the Emergency Money for the People Act was a good idea. I still think it would work, because one thing's clear. Everybody keeps saying the cities and towns need money. Well, normally the cities and towns make money in taxes, and if they don't have taxes because no one's buying stuff, that screws up the cities and the towns. But that doesn't mean, if everybody got $1,200 a month, for the time of the pandemic, actually, she originally proposed $2,000. We'll just say $1,200 because it's a number that was constantly thrown around. How did he arbitrarily come up with $1,200? I don't know. But anyway, the point is that the $1,200 would cover for the first year of the pandemic, plus for a few months after that, an original Emergency Money for the People's Act. The good news is for people like me, $1,200 a month for a year on top of your existing Social Security disability is going to mean that you can get all your bills paid off, pay off your credit cards, pay off any back bills you owe, like a back mortgage or back whatever from falling behind. People will be able to, seriously get ahead. And that's what they need right now. I think that's reasonable. In some ways, for people who are receiving the $600 a month unemployment, or $2,400 a month, $600 a week unemployment, $2,400 a month, they get more, but then they worked and they put it into the system. That's fine. But for some people, like some Republicans have pointed out, is that's more than they normally would be making a weekly take-home check. You're going to sit there and do means testing on people to determine how much they made before their injury or before the unemployment or because it's caused by the pandemic? I don't know. I don't think the average person is going to do that. That's asking for a lot. Right now, the Republicans are saying is we got to get people to go back to work because we got to get the economy going. Yes, we do. But we also got approximately 150,000 new cases a day of this virus. 150,000 cases a day with the COVID-19. Hospitals are full. And people are rightfully concerned. They're already locking down Texas. They're already locking down parts of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. It's probably going to go back into phase 3 or level 3. Watch, it will. Other states are doing the same thing, counties and cities. So, yes, that is an issue. But $1,200 a week for 8 weeks. Of course, people are going to go, and they're going to go for the prize. They're going to go for that money, especially if you basically say to them, look, you trade. You're going to go to work, risking COVID-19, and then when you shut down, you get zero. Or would you agree to go ahead and vote for this bill, pass this bill, get $7,200 for 6 weeks, and then hopefully we can lower or flatten the curve again? Great. First of all, when I got injured on December 6th, I was already laying in isolation because of my injury at Patty's house. So when COVID-19 came in, I was in no condition to actually do anything. I couldn't do anything because I could barely walk for the first few months. Just walking to the bathroom was difficult. Just trying to get my morning routine in was difficult. But I persevered, and since I couldn't go anywhere anyway, I was pretty much isolated anyway. It didn't really affect me too much about being a homebody because I normally am a homebody anyway. So for me, 6 weeks more is not going to kill me. I already lost most of 2020 for me. It's been basically a big giant bust. It has not been a major thing where I've been doing a lot of great things, and all of a sudden my economy took a nosedive. That's not what happened. Because of my injury, I was already isolated, already staying at home, so therefore, it's no big deal. 6 more weeks, 6 more months, 6 more years. Well, maybe 6 years. I kind of hate that, but the point is if I'm going to get paid to keep my bed warm, I mean, like I was when I was hurt, pretty much staying in bed almost every day, barely getting out of bed to use the bathroom, and or to go into the grab onto my walls and go into the kitchen to go make myself food to eat. I'll do it. Like I said, man, I like it, but hey, I don't want to get COVID-19 either. I'm 52 years old. I mean, for me, if I get COVID-19 at my age, I may survive it. But unfortunately, the reality is a lot of people that are highly socially intuitive people are going to be giving any kind of lockdown the finger for good reason. Okay? They're not going to want to be locked up in their home being told if they have to go out, they have to wear a mask. They talk about mask fatigue. Pandemic fatigue. Yeah, that's a real thing. Pandemic fatigue is real. Those people have gotten so sick of masks. We don't even know if the masks are going to really make a difference. All right, so let's just ask this question. Closest thing that's similar to COVID-19, which is not a virulent, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway, the flu. If you wear a mask and you had before with last flu season, did you see less flu cases, or did you see about the same number of cases? I don't know. There was never any studies on that during a regular flu season if masks make much of a major difference. Everybody, of course, points out you need to wash your hands and you need to practice good etiquette. This is true. But right now, Europe, which had, made a lot of differences in its own to try to control this pandemic, found themselves, again, going into the same thing with lockdowns. What would happen if the human race never recovers from this disease? It'll always be there like smallpox or polio or whatever until somebody comes up with a medication that really works indefinitely, like we did with the polio vaccine, which was a major step in the right direction, or how we finally got rid of smallpox from the worst population of the earth, or even the bubonic plague. It's There got to be a better solution than just saying, like we do with the flu vaccine, which is to take a shot every year, because viruses do mutate. There must be something in a flu virus, for example, that is consistent every year that makes it a flu virus. That a vaccine could target that. Take once or maybe twice, every 5-10 years, and you're done with it. There must be something in a flu virus that is consistently that can be treated with. I don't know. But I do know is that our whole world for 2020 is going up the crapper because of this thing, this issue caused by Chinese government poor management of a laboratory in Wuhan, and basically sent all of this stuff to the world. And China is not even willing to fess up and say, yeah, we underestimated the efficacy of this and how efficiently it was going to get out there and cause all this damage. Fess up, China. Just fess up. I mean, please, don't sit there and try to backpedal. Go, well, this is just that we didn't think. Yeah. Just tell us the facts. Why did the laboratory that had poor health and safety code standards and failed health and safety tests messing around with such a nasty virus in the first place with bats? What are you thinking? You didn't even have proper health and safety protocols in that laboratory. You were actually bringing this. And then, of course, when the virus did eventually get out because of your poor containment, all of a sudden, all people in Wuhan started getting sick. And then, did the bat end up in the street market? Probably. They have a wet markets down there. Do I need to go into the description of what a wet market is? Basically, they sell live food. And they kill right there on the spot for you. Everything. They love bat. They love to eat bat. They love to eat rat. They love to eat cat. They love to eat dog. They do that. Anything that walks is food. I'm not saying that. The people themselves, the individual Chinese people, may not be the ones that are really to blame. Specifically, what about the poor researcher that got the patient zero? That poor person probably never even had a chance. They're probably one of the early casualties from this. I think they are. I think they did die. But at the same time, China had a festival and were inviting expats to come to China for a festival while the virus was raging, and did not even close the airport and require screening. And then everybody went home to their new countries and they brought the virus with them, unaware that they were carrying a contagion. And China and the World Health Organization didn't want to make it public until weeks later. And then in November, December, you started hearing about this case is starting to show up in the United States and the West Coast. Hey, how about giving me pointy elf ears disease? That'd be fun. Wouldn't that be funny? You wake up with pointy elf ears, right? Okay, the other thing is, at least that wouldn't kill you. I hope. But anyway, the point is that the government did know about this and they did not want it out there. The conspiracy nuts are probably eating this up. Yeah, wait a minute. They knew about this. They knew from the Wuhan lab situation, and yet they didn't even bother even institute any kind of lockdown or quarantine right away, sealing the lab, and now all of a sudden the virus gets out into the general populace. And then the general populace, only a couple weeks later, goes into lockdown, and the World Health Organization is keeping people in the dark. And then all of a sudden, it spreads out all across the country. It'll go because the airlines. Yes, airline is the most common way to travel, right? So everybody's flying around in the airplanes. Airports don't even have any way of screening the virus, really, not at that time. That's scary. That's scary. I think it's a bioweapon. I think in some ways it maybe not specifically intended as one, but it certainly has become one. It infected Chinese people too, so it was kind of an accidental bioweapon. But the laboratory that was doing the testing had such poor screening and monitoring protocols, it just got loose and become the perfect bioweapon. You can bet the Chinese military are going to be exploring this. Oh, this is great. And what was an accident, now we've found a new way to kill people. What's next? Virus with anthrax? Maybe a new strain of smallpox? An improved version of bubonic plague? Heaven forbid. Maybe a brand new version of polio, measles that are designed to kill faster and paralyze more quickly? Nobody does it deader? Yeah, it's coming. The Chinese government is actually doing research into this, and so are some American researchers too. What about the black budget of the U.S. Pentagon? Does anybody know what they're spending that money on? Forget the Geneva Convention. It doesn't matter. The Geneva Convention is a man-made construct that basically not everybody plays by the rules on. All I know is that we suffered for over almost at least a year because of one country's accident went globally and is killing millions of people a day. But this can't tell you what the Georgia Guidestones. What does the Georgia Guidestones say? To maintain the world population under 950 million people. The Rosicrucians wrote that in the Georgia Guidestones. 950 million people in the world. Wow. Real estate agents are going to love that. I got tons of houses I can't sell. Oh, well, I guess I have to go ahead and reduce my prices because no one can afford to buy them. Commercial real estate in New York City is a mess. The price per square foot is dropping because retail or commercial retail or real estate agents can't sell. Why should I have to spend money for a spot in Fifth Avenue for my store when I can go ahead and buy a tiny little spot in, say, Winston, Connecticut for a thousandth of the price? That's all I have is a website and a mailing address because everybody does online orders. Which one's that? Drop Bear? How you doing? Do you think Saddam Hussein had something? No. First of all, Saddam Hussein is dead. But China hasn't been working with Iraq and Iran in the past. Especially they were buying Iran's oil and working with the military gear for those countries as well, such as nuclear enrichment. I tell you, it is Dr. Fossey. Dr. Fossey is not behind it all. He was the one who strongly told Donald Trump that he needs to institute some serious protocols, and Donald Trump did. But the World Health Organization, however, is not telling everybody the truth. There's records that indicate that they didn't even release a warning out in time for the world to prepare. They actually knew about this, and the Chinese government told them to shut up. And they told them not to tell anybody anything. That's the reason why the World Health Organization, that's why Donald Trump told to give them the finger and said, no, bye, I'm done with you. You're not doing the world a damn good, are you? You're sitting there and you're saying like, oh, this is no serious problem. Everybody will be fine if for about a week or 2, month or 2, year or 2, 3 years. But the Chinese government told the World Health Organization, shh, don't tell them nothing until I tell you to tell them anything. Oh, really? Yeah. Yes, Saddam Hussein is dead. No, it's not a hoax. Trust me. People are really dying from it. Please don't forget to put a link in the link jar. We really appreciate it. But I mean, and because of China's lack of safety protocols, all the world is suffering because of that action of lack safety protocols. And some people are mad because they see Donald Trump didn't do enough. Dr. Fauci was part of the problem, but he wasn't entirely the problem. Yes, I'm a blood elf. I need to clarify that one thing. What does a blood elf mean? What does the name Sindarai mean? Just real quick. Sindarai means that we respect our ancestors who died before us in the battle against the Scourge. The Scourge, the world modern version of the Scourge, is what we're in right now. World of Warcraft Scourge was an invasive army of undead that came over and basically sacked Silvermoon and killed over 99% of our people. Oh, isn't that what this stupid virus is going to do? It's going to kill over 90, or maybe, I hope not, but damn it, it could. You could literally kill over 99% of all the people on Earth. If it keeps going like this, everybody's saying, we got to wait for the vaccine. The vaccine's going to be coming out in the first quarter of 2021. That's still going to take too long. You're going to be waiting, all the anti-vaxxers are going to be sitting there going, here's my arm, shoot me. No. So then we have to do the isolation, social distancing things, which is causing mental anguish and problems for people who have coping issues with being socially isolated. Thanks. How you doing, Charlie? Chunky Lee. Chunky. Oh, it is Chunky Lee. Okay. I thought you were an orc. No. Although I do play one orc mage in World of Warcraft. Believe it or not. I do play one orc mage. I also play 2 night elves as well on the alliance side, and I also play about 3 humans, 4 humans, 3 blood elves, 3 blood elves. Yes, I do. Oh, do you want to show the slideshow? That you took us pictures of Silvermoon? Yeah, well, some of you guys didn't see this last night. Some of you guys didn't. I'm going to show you some of my pictures. These are pictures I took from Silvermoon, and Do you want to play WoW Classic with me? Sure. My WoW account name so you can find me and add me as a friend. That's my main character. Cute little thing, huh? Green eyes. In my own, oh yeah, but this is cute. This is a picture of me when I actually made first to take selfies, but I did make it. So this is me around Silvermoon again, and it's my dream to be an influencer one day. If you done a game, you done in real life. The rest, she's in an NPC in the game. She's really cute. My character really likes her a lot, and she's really attractive. And this is outside of the inn again, just taking different pictures of the shot. Temperature so yesterday. Yeah, I understand that. In my own way, I'm an influencer. Oh, where's my trackball? Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's take a look at my other shots, my other cameras. This is the other camera. I got my ear in over here. Yeah. So I usually this is my other camera so that you can see what it looks like. It's not as fancy as the one that I used in my main camera. But it's my original camera. But I still own the wall and I still use it. Why not? Works, right? Yes. All right. So QAnon is gone. There is no conspiracy. How many ballots did you vote with? The one. The meth I smoke is my influence. And no cannibal blood sucking cannibals. I think Blizzard will make an NPC. Well, they did do that for one famous game player. He has an NPC after he died, and they turn it in memory of him. He gives out quests, but I mean, my character, my shadow priest is tough. But Kayla is a tough cookie. Right now she lives on Draenor. She's in her garrison, and she's seriously kicking ass. I went back into the game, went to the Chromie time, and played the Warlords of Draenor timeline. And I got my garrison, and I'm going against the enemies of the wolf people, frost wolves, and I'm doing tons and tons of missions. And I decided to go instead of back to current time, which only added to my homework assignments for quests, which I'm just constantly buried. Right now, I'm in the middle of an invasion that's got to be finished, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and level up my character so I can maybe add playing the character or playing a Volpera. Like, why? I don't know if I want to play a Volpera. In the PTR, I play a void elf also, and I play a night elf, also in classic. So I play all kinds of elf players. My one and only vote made up. Well, I think that they're gonna just have to have a re-election because, like somebody was jokingly saying about 14 times, there is absolutely some states have absolutely no paper trail in the ballots, and some of the ballots were seriously compromised. And I think we just might need to start over completely from scratch. They still got time. We need to do that. I don't deny he won. Are you a Biden or? I'm kind of more of a middle of the road moderate. I don't really think that I'm pro Biden, but I'm certainly not a hardcore Trumper. I'm kind of in the middle. I am a Republican, but as like I said before in my show, a moderate Republican and a moderate Democrat are kind of very similar. The only difference is I hold up the red flag and they hold up the blue flag. Just like most of my characters I play in the game are hard. And I only play a few alliance characters. And that may sound kind of stupid considering the fact is that, yeah, I mostly play horde, but just like in real life, I'm red, team red. But I'm not. When I first got into World of Warcraft Classic, the first thing I wanted to, and I knew it was not an option, I did research at the time, was I wanted to play a Blood Elf from the very beginning, but I couldn't play Blood Elf. And at the time, I didn't really want to be a Night Elf because I was like, they're got blue or green hair and they're purple skin. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Of course, now I play 2 Night Elves, so I guess I changed my mind a bit. My very first character on the Alliance side was a human female hunter. Warrior, and I still have her, and I still play her. Her name is Vanya. And then we have her sister, Cadieris, which is a priest. And then they have their sister, Michelle Marie, the younger sister, which is a mage. Or is Michelle Marie the mage? Oh, Michelle Marie's the priest. Cadieris is the mage. Okay. Almost every character I play in the game is either priest or mage. So I know that sounds kind of stupid, right? They're like, I don't know. I just like being a priest because in the real world I'm kind of priest-like, and I like being a mage because in real life I'm a weather sorceress. I'll be like in using World of Warcraft parallels, a frost mage in real life. Weather sorceress. I'm a North American snow queen. So yeah. So I make real frost bolts, which is not quite that good, but I tried. Okay. But in the game I play like mini frost mage. I tried fire mage once. I didn't like fire mage. I didn't like burning people. I really kind of got upset about burning people. So I kind of re-rolled as a frost mage instead. Because I still keep some fire weapons on hand just in case I can't do enough with a frost mage to defeat some enemies in Classic. So if you look at my frost mages, almost every one of them is at least one fire weapon in their bunch. Ready for the blue or green here. Frost bolts, not frost bowls. I keep the weapons on hand too. Yeah, that would be like some of the weapons that the fire mages have. My mage also has one of my mages. I think it's Cadieris. Also has an engineering, so she has access to IEDs, improvised explosive devices. So for some reason she runs out of mana, she can plant a firebomb. Which I did try a couple times, almost blew myself up. IEDs. That would be an interesting choice of letters. IUD, what would that be? Improvised uterine devices or improvised undetermined devices, right? Undetermined devices. Gee, it's just a pipe. Yep, I could have made something myself. Why didn't you go with me? Because I don't have any ideas what to make right now. I just have an IUD here. Yes, I am. I'm the North American snow queen. Surprise! Did you guys watch the documentary? You guys really should watch the documentary. You really should watch the documentary. I think Nightbot is posting it. Right. Well, let's see if we can get it up for you just in case Nightbot didn't post a link out here yet. Yes. Okay, this is the documentary. It was produced by Art11H30. And you can watch. You can learn about me from that. It was written and designed specifically so that people who first come into the game or come into the channel can actually learn more about me. Because there were so many repeat questions like, what do you do? Which are like, what does the North American Snow Queen do? I recommend you watch it, and please give the guy a thumbs up. He really worked really hard on that. And, it will help you to understand more about me. Well, that's where you can learn. Watch the documentary. It'll help answer a lot of questions. You could say it's the frequently asked questions video. There was plans to possibly do a follow-up in the video. By the way, one thing you'll notice in the video, the way I walk is no really much different than the way I walk now. That was recorded before I broke my kneecap. I had bad arthritis in that knee. The same knee, which now has a broken kneecap, in the same place. And so I still walk up and down the stairs. I still do things every day with a broken kneecap. And I think they said ripped ligaments? Tendons. Oh, it is ligaments. It is ligaments. Okay. Wait. So you were shut and No, I slipped and landed on my kneecap and broke it in half on asphalt. I didn't get shot. That would have been a lot worse, trust me. But trust me, being laid up in bed for 3 months was bad enough. No painkillers, no nothing. I totally just eschewed that. I said to the doctor, no painkillers. Just give me some aspirin, please. Would you like some Tylenol? No, I can't use Tylenol. Tylenol does not work for me. I need a regular standard aspirin. Well, you can't normally prescribe regular aspirin because of Graves' disease concerns and other issues. Give me my goddamn aspirin. Okay, I can give you 5 baby aspirin. That'll do. Fine, I'll take the 5 baby aspirin. Just give me, I think, especially the first few weeks, it hurt a little bit. I just want aspirin. Damn it! Don't need anything. Just give me some regular, good old fashioned standard Bayer aspirin, which they finally got for me. After I explained to the doctors and nurses over and over again, I have tried acetaminophen. It never worked for me. I tried Tylenol in the past. It never worked for me. I tried all the other new non-aspirin pain relievers. That didn't work for me. I said the only one that works for my pain, and I heard it all, is regular good old-fashioned salicylic acid. Nothing else does it. I mean, it's the only thing I take here. I try every single over-the-counter non-prescription pain reliever, and it was only aspirin that worked for me. For the few times I hurt, I still take aspirin to this day. Not as much anymore because I don't hurt anymore. But damn, you tell them when these doctors are trying to tell you that they know your body better than you do. Honey, I read the goddamn instruction book. I know my body. I know how it works. I know its error reports. I know what it does. I know what it doesn't do. Okay, so my left knee is partially disabled, and I can't swing my leg up like a rocket as much anymore. But damn, it doesn't mean that I don't I'm not going to give up walking or doing anything because of that. Because people don't realize that. I still walk to this day. See, I still walk to this day. I still walk pretty well. It's true though on the floor. Oh, you couldn't see that because the stupid camera. Oh wait, wait. Actually, they did see a little bit. Yeah, okay. The thing is that would Michelle would like to take you out and treat you like the gentle flower you are. Well, I would be willing to go out for lunch, dinner. Yeah. But I'm already kind of involved in a relationship. I'm a lesbian anyway. I don't know what else to say except the oxycodone is big in Connecticut. Well, I don't use oxycodone. I don't use any kind of thing like that. Because one of the things is I've also learned how to use my mind to manage pain as well. I don't just take, I'm not a pill popper. Really, I'm not. Let me show you something. You couldn't see it in the other camera because the chair was in the way. I'm going to show you something about the way I walk. I want to show you something about my knees so you understand it here. Oh, okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. When I say I can't hold my knee up, see how it goes down like that and it's like flat, floopy? That's what it does. I can't hold it straight. I can swing it out. I can do that, but that's what I can do with it. Oh yeah, I walk fine. But if I lose my balance, and it has happened a few times, and I fall, then it's almost very difficult for me to get up unless I can grab onto a wall or something like that, or to a door jamb to get up. So I try not to fall, because if I do, that would be very difficult to get up. But that's the nature of the injury. So I know you can. So, but you know what? I'm maybe 52 years old, but you know what? I'm a tough one. Just like my characters in the game, I am tough. Michele killed Hogger, or the equivalent of Hogger in the Horde side, and Cadieres killed Hogger on the Alliance side. Those two mages and priests don't play games. The real me don't play games either. I'm tough. I'm tough because I have to be tough. I may be legally blind. I may have hearing loss, but damn it, I got to be tough. I have to be tough because that's the way it is in the real world. There ain't no room for snowflakes in this world right now. You got to be tough. So let's see here. Can you do? No. If I got a squat, I never get up again. I have not easily anyway. You can you do squats? Okay. But like I said, the point is that people have been seriously are amazed that I am so tenacious. I have never given up doing anything. I have fought like I am a tenacious little blood elf. Trans species, because that's a good question. World of Warcraft. because of the curse of flesh. Just are humans and blood elves and night elves related? I mean, are they the same species, the same genus, phylus? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, the blood elves look like humans, but they're related to the trolls. And so are the night elves. And so are the void elves, which are really both um, blood elves and some other predecessor void elves. Don't ask me. I don't understand this stuff about the void elves. Okay, the thing is that the thing that makes it amazing is that I'm doing all these things in my life. And I've been working on my life for years. I am legally blind and partially deaf. And yet here I am. I'm going out there every day. I am pulling my own weight, including pulling travel trailers. Oh, I used to. Anyway. I don't know if I could pull a travel trailer anymore. Maybe I could, but how is that? Well, sometimes you gotta move a travel trailer, like a 20-foot travel trailer, over to a trailer hitch in the car. I was the one that was one. Michelle is no weak person, and she can pull a travel trailer, over to a car hitch. And so that's what I would do, because my friend had a travel trailer. We needed to move it. And the way that the trailer was parked, he couldn't even get a car in there to pull it out. That's where I came in, because I actually had to pull the tongue and lift the whole thing and jockey the trailer with no aids, no assistance, over to this truck. Thank God the electric brakes weren't set. Well, look at it this way. How many people are legally blind and are actually running a YouTube channel or trying to make a living and are doing their best to help the community at large and are doing, I can't give you numbers specifically, but I do know a few of us that would try to be active support for the community. And look at some of the others out there that don't do anything at all but complain. You know which ones they are. I know which ones they are too. There are groups of them that always will be complaining about their disabilities. And then there's others that say, so what? I'm stuck with this bum rap. I still have to go out there and put my best foot forward every day. It doesn't matter what. That's the reason why I love the Blood Elves so much. Because the Blood Elves are just like us. They've been traumatized. They've been abused by Erithus. They were ripped out. They were killed off by the Scourge. They were treated like crap by their own predecessors, the Night Elves, because the Blood Elves basically decided to embrace the arcane magic. Of course, the Queen of Shara caused a lot of problems for the Highborn, but, okay, they make mistakes too. The Night Elves basically told the group, you have two choices. Be executed or leave. They chose to leave. And then they went to the Trinnisful Glades, couldn't stand the undead, basically felt really unwelcome there. Then they went north, past the Blasted Lands, to where Silvermoon is. Did not realize they were going to be landing on top of an Armani troll burial ground where they built Silvermoon. Constantly are at war with the Armani trolls. And took a lot of toll. But it was the trolls that was such a problem until the undead came in and Scourge and the Burning Crusade. And boy, did that make a number. Killed almost 99% of the Cinderai, which at the time were not called the Cinderai, they were called the Highborn, and then they became the Cinderai in honor of those for the fallen comrades, for the blood that was spilled for the cause. Satanist agenda. How would it be Satanist agenda? Remember, my priests and my mages are very empathetic people. They are not out there to hurt anyone. In a World of Warcraft, they don't even play PvP. They play PvE only. But they certainly will put up a fight against another person that does take them off in PvP. I mean, they certainly will defend themselves, but they're not going to go out there and look for trouble. No, I have nothing. I do not support Satan. I have nothing to do with Satan. I don't like Satan. I hate his guts. Period. I hate Satan's guts. I'm actually officially I'm a Roman Catholic Christo pagan. Okay, so try to say that real fast. Roman Catholic Roman Catholic Christo pagan. Roman Catholic Christo pagan. Roman Catholic Christo pagan. Yeah. All right, that's me. I'm also very empathetic, and I'm also very respectful. I'm also a highly sensitive person, HSP, INFJ, person with autistic spectrum disorder, ASD, and legally blind, partially deaf, and basically now I got a crappy knee. Is an awesome channel. He taught me all the scam baking techniques. Okay. Yeah. And division and right now we don't need this in this world right now. We don't need division. We need to get unity. You can bet Satan is enjoying Antifa and BLM right now and all the trouble it has caused for this country. Oh, did you hear the leader of BLM wants to sit down with Joe Biden at the Oval Office to talk about what BLM's demands are? After he originally denied that BLM is an organization with officers? And Donald Trump knew better and told him BLM is fully organized now, has administration and officers. Wow. Wonder what the BLM organizer is going to tell him. We don't like police. We want you to defund the police, and everybody will know how to carry their own weapons of choice. They hate the courts too, and we want you to throw the courts away. And we want it to be free for all so everybody can kill each other. Good morning, how you doing? I don't know. I mean, you keep defunding the police, eventually you're gonna get rid of the courts, and you're gonna end up basically having the Wild West all over again. Then give me my goddamn sword so I can protect my ass. I need to get a sword. I could buy a sword, no problem. But the problem is they're pretty expensive for a good quality sword. But I am a mage. I can do some things as a mage, but not that good. Not in the real world. My mage work isn't as effective as it is in the game. Trust me. It takes a while to make a spell. Jasper. Who's Jasper? Oh, okay. Yeah. So the point is that you got the situation where you got these people basically going, no, we want to see our society totally collapse under its own weight of bureaucracy and indifference and extremism, and that doesn't make any sense either. The reason we have police, by the way, is to protect and serve. Unfortunately, our police have become highly militarized, especially after the war on drugs. Our police became so militarized. What's the difference between the men in blue and the men in green and the men in black, like the Coast Guard? Not a hell of a lot. Not a hell of a lot. Just the color of their clothing, that's all. And that's the beginning of the end of our police system, because after the original programs of giving military grade gear to police is when we started to see the erosion of the police as we used to know them. Along with the war on drugs. Okay. Just a thought. Just a thought. When I was a little girl, I was always told if you needed help, you could always go to a policeman. Like if you were lost or you didn't know where to go. Nowadays, I don't know if the police would be so great to go to ask if you need help. That's what they're for, but that's not what today's police are. Now, let's see. People wanted to know my World of Warcraft name on my Blizzard account, so you guys can find me. Let me look it up for you. So let me just pull my. I know it's. So if anybody wants to find me, I'm gonna get you my Blizzard name so you can look me up and add me. And that'll add to my description file so you can find me in the World of Warcraft game. Here it is. It is. Okay, here it is. Online. Let's see. Count, view profile. Unfortunately, I can't copy anything about this thing easily. It's NA Snow Queen number 1929. So it's NA Snow Queen 1929. NA Snow Queen 1929. So let me type that in for you guys. So if you want to reach me, it's this. It's okay. My BattleNet tag is NAS Snow Queen number 1929. So you can find me. Kind of funny about the 1929 was he's having a Great Depression. Started. NA Snow Queen 1929. So if you ever want to reach me, that's how you can find me. NA Snow Queen 1929. I will put that in the description as well, so you guys can find me. I do need to work on my profile, but if you want to join me in Classic or Retail, that's how you find me. So NA Snow Queen 1929. Why don't you just click on a video?
She has done the unthinkable.
Shadowlands pre-launch event trailer. Oh, okay, so NA Snow Queen 1929. So NA Snow Queen 1929. So you can find me on Battle.net if you want to join me on Battle.net. Should add that to my description. I will. Makes sense to put that more in the other channel because where we play World of Warcraft, so you can find it there. So anybody who wants to send a request to join me in World of Warcraft Classic or World of Warcraft Retail, that's how you can meet me. So I've been playing World of Warcraft now, by the way, since August of last year. I joined up to play World of Warcraft Classic first, but I had to subscribe. So I subscribed, and since I got retail as part of the package, I figured play both. So I did. So any questions? Because I'm going to get ready to wrap this up soon. No, not really. I don't see any. I don't see any either. But anybody who wants to join me in World of Warcraft, go search for that tag. I play in the United States, mainly on Thunderlord and Westfall servers. So Thunderlord and Westfall. So, next thing today is gonna be the Restream.io information for the other channel. Oh wait a minute. www.restream.io. Go to that. Apple wants to make changes. What? To what? I don't know what Apple's up to. Don't trust Apple sometimes. Come on, Apple. What are you doing to my Mac? Come on. Restream.io. Okay. So let me log in. Yep. Log in. Boy, you're taking a long time to do anything. There it goes. Connect again. Oh. Probably have to update his cookies. No shit. Oh, all right. So let's go to destinations. YouTube. I'm going to edit the titles. Edit RTMP update titles. Okay. So don't you love ADSL? Well, takes forever to do anything. Hate to see how slow it would be if I had to do other things, but the thing is that I want to put my battle tag in there because some people may want to find me. All right, so let's start with the Facebook channel. Edit first of all. Okay. YouTube. Hash 1929. Okay. Update. And the same thing with this one. Twitch. Right. Title. It just says title. Doesn't have anything else. No. Oh, okay. So then it's pretty much all set. Yeah. So if you guys want to join up in the World of Warcraft, you can do that. Yeah. So I'm trying to expand my little gameplay. I'm looking for more partners in the game. Either in my alliance or horde side characters, so we can actually. I'm thinking about. I might want to consider setting up a European server account too. The only thing is because I hear that the Argenton on the European side is pretty funny. Argenton on the United States side, which is part of the Scryers, is really kind of quiet. Well, anyway, I think it's time to get ready to wrap it up, everybody, because I want to use the bathroom and make some tea or coffee and go ahead and play some World of Warcraft about, I'm going to say probably about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Eastern time, we'll play some World of Warcraft on the other channel. And if you want to join me on the other channel, Nightbot has been nice enough to remind you where we play World of Warcraft. Don't be afraid to click on that link, and you can watch the game live. And please don't forget to subscribe to that channel too, if that's your thing. Originally, Welcome to My World channel was more than just gameplay. It used to be, for a while, was actually where we did a lot of early shows for our cable TV program, which we don't do anymore. And so instead of erasing the channel, throwing it in the garbage, I just decided to turn it into a World of Warcraft gameplay channel. It works. Yeah, it does. Okay. So everybody, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow at 10, or actually tomorrow Saturday. So, all right, so tomorrow morning we don't have a morning show. Okay, so it's Monday through Friday, but we do have the evening show of Monday through Saturday at 7 p.m. tonight. And for those who were asking about phone calls, that's when we take phone calls at the 7 o'clock at night show. So please don't be afraid to join us at the 7 p.m. Eastern show tonight. If you want the pomp and circumstances and the phones and all that, that's when we do those. And for now, thank you very much for coming. I'll see you later on tonight's show at 7 o'clock. We're going to be playing World of Warcraft in about 1 o'clock. So come in, check it out. Like it says, go to the link to watch the I Am Stone King documentary. And of course, our World of Warcraft game playing channel. If you want to sub to our channel where we play WoW, then that gives a link right there for that. So you can join us there too. Exactly. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.